Hello everyone. Today I have brought one more topic of your maths book for you, that is multiples and factors. I will explain this topic in two parts. In first part, I will explain what are factors and what are the properties of factors. And in second part, I will explain you the multiples and what are the properties of multiples. So let us start with part 1 with factors. Children, a number that divides another number exactly, leaving 0 as remainder, is known as the factor of another number. Let's try to understand this definition through a picture. Suppose we have to distribute 6 birds in groups in different ways. Now, how many ways we can distribute them? Let us see. First, we can make one group of all the 6 birds, and that group will contain 6 birds. So we can say 6 divided by 1 is equal to 6. Now distribute these 6 birds in 2 equal groups. How many birds will be there in each group? There will be 3 birds. So we can say that 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. Now next, we can distribute these 6 birds in 3 equal groups also, and in that case we will have 2 birds in each group, and we can say 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2. And last way we can distribute these 6 birds is we can make 6 equal groups, and each group will have 1 bird. So we can say 6 divided by 6 is equal to 1. Children, there are only these ways to distribute 6 birds and having no bird left over. So we can say we can divide 6 by 1, 2, 3 and 6 exactly, leaving remainder 0. So 1, 2, 3 and 6 are the factors of 6. Children, let us try to understand an easy way to find out whether a number is a factor of another number or not. For this, I will be giving you 2 examples. See the first example. In this, we will find if 8 is the factor of 648 or not. So when we divide 648 by 8, we get quotient 81 and remainder 0. As the remainder is 0, we can say that 8 is the factor of 648. See the other example. Here we have to divide 182 by 16 to find out if 16 is the factor of 182 or not. And when we divide, the quotient is 11 and the remainder is 6. As the remainder is other than 0, that is 6, we can say 16 is not a factor of 182. We can understand factors in one more way. Children, you have already learned the lesson multiplication, and you know the number which has to be multiplied is called multiplicand, and the number by which we multiply is called multiplier, and the result of multiplication is known as product. Now here children, the multiplier number and the multiplicand number are also known as factors. For example, if we multiply 4 by 6, the result is 24. So we can say 4 and 6 are the factors of 24. So that children, that means we can understand factors in the form of division as well as the product of 2 or more numbers. So we can define factors as when 2 or more numbers are multiplied, each of the number is a factor of the product. For example, when we multiply 8 by 2 and then by 3, the result is 48, and we can say 8, 2 and 3 are the factors of 48. Till now, we learned that we can understand factors in two different ways. Similarly, we can follow two methods to find out factors of the given number. So let me explain you. The first method I am going to explain is using division. Here I have taken the number 18. If I divide 18 by the smallest number 1, we get quotient 18. When 18 is divided by 2, the quotient is 9. When 18 is divided by 3, the quotient is 6. The next number is 4. But we cannot divide 18 by 4 exactly, as the quotient will be 4 and the remainder will be 2. So we can say 4 is not a factor of 18. Similarly, number 5 is also not a factor of 18, as when we divide 18 by 5, the quotient is 3 and the remainder is also 3. Let's proceed to the next number 6. When we divide 18 by 6, the quotient is 3. Similarly, 7 and 8 are not the factors of 18, as the remainder will not be 0 on dividing it. The next number is 9. 18 divided by 9 gives quotient 2. And 18 divided by 18 gives quotient 1. There is no other number which divides 18 exactly. So we can say the factors of 18 are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 and 18. Children, you can write these factors in a short way also, as in each step we can write two factors. For example, if 18 is divided by 1 and the quotient is 18, we can say 1 and 18 are the factors of 18. Similarly, 18 divided by 2 gives 9. So 2 and 9 are the factors of 18. 18 divided by 3 gives quotient 6. So here 3 and 6 are the factors of 18. So we can skip the last 3 steps, as it is just similar to the first 3 steps. In the second method, we will use multiplication tables to find the factors of the given number. Again, I have taken the example of number 18 here. Let us start with table of 1. If we read table of 1, we find 18 times gives 18. The next table is 2. So 2 9 times gives us 18. In table of 3, 6 times we get 18. So 1, 2 and 3 are the factors of 18. But 4 is not a factor of 18, as in table of 4 we do not find the number 18. And 5 is also not a factor of 18, as in table of 5 again we do not get 18. The next factor of 18 is 6, as in table of 6 3 times we get 18. Similarly, when we will proceed, the next table in which number 18 we get is 9. 9 2 times gives us 18, and 18 1 time give us 18. So the factors of 18 are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 and 18. Now children, when we write the steps of multiplication, the two numbers which are being multiplied are the factors of the number. So 1 and 18 are the factors of 18. In next step, 2 and 9 are the factors of 18. In third step, 3 and 6 are the factors of 18. The remaining steps are again repeated, as we have already learned the order property. You know that similar numbers are repeated in a different order. So we can skip, because in the first 3 steps only we have got all the factors of 18. Remember children, A number has limited number of factors. Now we will learn the properties of factors by observing different examples. So first of all, let us find out the first factor of some numbers. Let us have the first factor of 16. In table of 1, 16 times gives us 16. So we can say 1 and 16 are the factors of 16. Similarly, if I take number 27, the first factor of 27 will be 1 again, as 1 multiplied by 27 gives 27. Similarly, if we take more numbers, we will find the very first factor of a number is 1. So we can say 1 is the first factor of the number. Now let's find the smallest factor of the number. Here in this example I have listed out the factors of 15. The factors of 15 are 1, 3, 5 and 15. In this list, which is the smallest number here? 1. So we can again say that 1 is the smallest factor of any number. To understand the next property of factors, let's list out the factors of 24. 1 multiplied by 24 is 24. 2 multiplied by 12 is 24. 3 multiplied by 8 is 24. And 4 multiplied by 6 is 24. So the factors of 24 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12 and 24. When we observe the list of factors here, we will see 24, that means the number itself is the factor of the number and it is the greatest factor. So we can say the number is the factor of itself and it is the greatest factor of the number. Let's list out the factors of 40 to understand the next property. When we list out the factors of 40, these are 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 20 and 40. When we observe the list of factors of 40, we can see that 40 is the greatest number here and the other factors are smaller than 40. So we can say the factor of a number is either equal to or smaller than the given number. So children, these were the properties of factors. Let's list them out and revise once again. 1 is the first factor of every number and 1 is the smallest factor of a number. A number is the factor of itself. The largest factor of a number is number itself. The factor of a number is either equal to or smaller than the given numbers. A number has limited number of factors. Now the next concept which we have to learn in this lesson is common factors. We may have 2 or more numbers to compare and find which factors are common in them. For this, I have taken an example of 16 and 20. So let us find out the factors of 16 first. The factors of 16 are 1, 2, 4, 8 and 16. Now find out the factors of 20. The factors of 20 are 1, 2, 4, 5, 10 and 20. So now when we compare the list of factors of 16 and 20, we will observe that number 1, 2 and 4 are present in both the list. So we can say 1, 2 and 4 are the common factors of 16 and 20. Now in this slide, I have prepared a small practice sheet for you. You can pause the video and solve this practice sheet to find out how much you know about factors. We will learn about multiples and the properties of multiples in my next video. Till then, bye-bye.